Hi, everyone. I'm Dr. Nikki Starr. Today I'm coming to you live from Los Angeles, and I want to share about the power of synchronicity to guide our lives. So many times in life, we have these decisions to make. And in making decisions, sometimes we have to wait for information to guide us. So I like to say that synchronicity are these coincidences that seem too good to be true. And I like to say that synchronicity are divine guidance. Basically, they're messages from your soul, your higher guidance that support you in making a decision. So I can give you an example. Let's say if you hear about the title of a book 3 times within the same week, that is a sign, a synchronicity. Like, what are the chances that in 3 different places you receive information that's the same? Or if you've been thinking, like, oh, I'd really love to move to this neighborhood and you want to make a move in your life. And then all of a sudden you meet a friend and they're like, oh, I know someone who is selling or renting their house in this neighborhood. And they randomly share the information with you and they have no idea that you are desiring that. So, this is what I like to call synchronicities. It's almost like they're too good to be true. They're answering questions that are within your heart. Sometimes, for example, let's say if you are wanting to meet your beloved and you suddenly meet someone and they do the same kind of breath work as you and they've been on the same kind of journey as you and they did their yoga training at the same year that you did or the same time. um, or it's like almost like you have so many things in common, or you wrote out a list of all the things that you want, and then you suddenly discover that they have these things too, or they embody them, or they've experienced them. So these kinds of coincidences, like almost like too good to be true, are showing you that you need to follow those signs. And sometimes they are almost like you sometimes might not want to follow them, or you're feeling like, but I really want to go that way. But the synchronicities and the signs are guiding you there. So, for example, let's say if you're like, I need a sign. Where should I go next? What should I do next? And then you get a job offer in a certain city. This is a synchronicity that is guiding you to make a choice. And sometimes, most of the time, synchronicities require change. So for example, like I know of someone who wanted to start a company and they were like, oh, I wonder who else I could ask to come on board. And in that moment, someone they knew that had the skills and capabilities that would enhance this company, they saw them walking across the street and they were like, perfect. And they went and talked to that person. So it's these moments of waiting and observing in the present moment. So you have to be in the present moment to be able to see synchronicity. So that's another clue about them. And you have to have no expectation, and you want to be in a place that's connected to your desires, but unattached to the outcome because you trust that the outcome is for your highest and best good. Because sometimes we have a desire, but that could be a desire that's less than what our highest timeline is, because maybe we don't have enough information or we don't know what's best for us in that moment. So, synchronicity is like an expanded out view where our divine guidance and team is like sending us signals, and it's up to us to read them. The thing is, free will trumps everything. So, for example, you could get 5 synchronicities that are telling you, go move here, go do that. Here's a job offer. Here's a person to have a relationship with. And you could still be in yourself, maybe in a triggered place or a negative place. And you could still have all these opportunities come to you synchronically, like in this magical way. And you could still say no to them. And that's actually one of the sad things that happens sometimes with people because they don't want to change, or they want to stay stuck, or they're in their ego and they think they know what's best, right? Because they're in their thoughts. versus being in the heart and trusting the synchronicity that arrives. And I've seen that time and time again when clients come to me and they're sharing about their lives. We see that there's moments that there were opportunities and synchronicities and they pass them up. And even indecision, not taking action when an opportunity arises, this is also a missed opportunity. So know that it can happen in many different ways of how you can either say yes or how you can say no. I also want you to know that you can never make a mistake. So if you do say no and you pass up a synchronicity, don't beat yourself up. It just means you have some lessons to learn. And maybe you need to learn those lessons before you can get to that next level or that timeline that's more easeful and graceful, because some people still want to stay stuck in challenge. So when things seem really easy and the synchronicity and the opportunities are presenting themselves, these coincidences that are too good to be true, when they present, it's almost like it can't be that easy. But guess what? It can. And so this video is to remind you to stay in the present moment. If you're not sure about a decision, ask for a synchronicity, ask for a sign, a coincidence. And when you're living your life, go out and about, listen to those intuitions, those nudges, those invitations, say yes, because that can lead you to synchronicity and to the next moment. And when you have those moments of nudging from the universe or intuitions that you need to call someone or meet someone, follow that and really be in wonder and say, okay, I wonder what's going to present for me, or I wonder what miracle or sign or synchronicity is going to come my way so that I can make a decision about X, Y, and Z, or so that I know what's the next best step to take, or so that I can feel more happiness and love and joy. So I send you all so much love. I love supporting your journey through this channel. Any questions, comments, things you want me to share about, just share in the comments section below. Subscribe to the channel, share this with a friend who could really hear this, and have a beautiful day. I'll see you soon.